If they're real Muslims and really believe in true Islam, their belief system is incompatible with Western civilization. Islam declared war on Western civilization 1,400 years ago. And Aaron, in case you don't know, Islam was at the gates of Vienna in 1683. Guess who the first people were that the United States had to fight a war with? The Muslims in North Africa. That's where the United States Navy comes from. It was the foundation of the United States Marine Corps because they were raiding American commerce.
Barbary pirates,
the
right?
Barbary pirates. And read what Jefferson and Adams had to say about their interviews with the diplomats from the Barbary pirates, the Muslims, about why they had the right to attack American shipping. Now, I'm going to read to you a quote from a book that is currently promoted by the Islamic Circle of North America by the Islamic scholar Saeed Abdul Allah Madadi. Here is the quote. This is an English language book promoted in the United States. Islam wishes to destroy all states and governments anywhere on the face of the earth which are opposed to the ideology and program of Islam, regardless of the country or the nation that rules it. Islam requires the earth, not just a portion of it, but the whole planet. Now that is Muslim ideology in a nutshell. Islam is not a religion, but a political system. The state is intended to be inseparable from religious rule. Islamic law or Sharia is complete and not designed to coexist with or be subordinate to any other legal systems. Muslims are not meant to be ruled by non-Muslims. The Quran is very clear they are to resist unbelievers by any means until Islam establishes political supremacy over the entire world, and everyone must submit to Muslim rule. Let me tell you another thing that aggravates me. Anytime that I hear that Islam is a religion of peace, because it's not. It is a religion of subjugation and conquest. Look, they brag about the Muslim conquest were proof that they were divinely inspired. Now, I'm going to switch subjects on you for a second.
Okay.
Now, if you're doing public opinion polls and somebody asks you a question, think about this. What are you really willing to admit to in polling data? There are a lot of people that aren't going to tell a pollster what they really think. Well, I went to and got downloaded some of the most recent polls of Muslim Americans, and these are Muslim people, and I want you to think about how many people will admit this. 2015, over a third of Muslim Americans say that Al-Qaeda's beliefs are Islamic and correct. More than 38% of Muslim America say that the Islamic State, ISIS, beliefs are Islamic and correct. Pew Research in 2007 said that over a third of younger Muslims in America believe suicide bombings are justified. 2013, Pew Research, over 25% of Muslims do not reject violence against civilians in furtherance of Islam. Pew Research 2013, 57% of Muslims worldwide approve of the doctrines of Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. Pew Research 2015, approximately 22% of Muslim Americans say that violence is justified in order to make Sharia the law in the United States. 2015, Pew Research, 25% of Muslim Americans say that violence against Americans in the United States is justified as part of global jihad.
That means 75% are against it.
No, dear, that just means that those are the only ones to admit it. They're not against it. Here's what you're not understanding. In Muslim ideology, we live in the house of war. They are mandated to conduct war against us until we are subjugated. Islam is not a race. Islam is not just a religion. Islam is a complete doctrine. It is a doctrine first and foremost of warfare. It includes civilian government, criminal law, civil law, a doctrine of economics, of private behavior. It is a totalitarian philosophy.
So why don't we kick them all out of the country, Jack?
Well, because once we let anybody in the country, the guarantees of the United States Constitution attach. So that is why when people say we should not be allowing Muslim immigrants, they're correct, because once we allow them into the United States, all the guarantees of the United States Constitution, First Amendment, the civil rights statutes, due process, equal protection, all become applicable. So that's why.